Good evening, welcome to the Buck Stops here. I'm Vishnu Shoma. On the program this evening, the gloves are clearly off as Rahul Gandhi says Narendra Modi is a feku and then says his suit-boot style of governance has a disconnect with what is happening in Bihar. He said this in his first election rally in the state ahead of the Bihar elections. On the program tonight, we debate Rahul Gandhi's suit-boot jibes at Narendra Modi. Will Rahul's poll cry work in Bihar?
जो चाय की दुकान में पता नहीं सच है या नहीं, मगर लोग कहते हैं जो चाय की दुकान में काम करते थे आज वो ना गरीब से मिलते हैं, ना मजदूर से मिलते हैं, ना कमजोर से मिलते हैं, सिर्फ सूट बूट वालों से मिलते हैं.
Rahul Gandhi using his favorite political jibe against Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Mr. Gandhi, who kicked off his political campaign in Bihar today, claimed Mr. Modi neither cared for the poor, did not bring them any jobs, nor did he manage to bring down prices.
जो आज लाखों में जाती है वो करोड़ों में जाएगी और मोदी जी के सूट बूट वाले दोस्त और मोदी जी ये आपसे जमीन लेना चाहते हैं.
Rahul Gandhi addressed his rally in West Champaran but was alone. His two coalition partners Nitish Kumar of the Janata Dal United and Lalu Yadav of the RJD were apparently too busy with their own election meetings. And though Lalu did send his son Tejasvi as his representative, the equation between Rahul Gandhi and Lalu Yadav is thought to have turned bitter after Mr. Gandhi had openly objected to the UPA government's ordinance protecting convicted lawmakers like Mr. Yadav in September 2013. The Congress-JDU-RJD coalition faces a tough battle against the BJP-led coalition which features Ramvilas Paswan of the Lok Janshakti Party and former Chief Minister Jitan Ram Manjhi, who has formed the Hindustan Awam Morcha. The BJP was quick to hit back at Rahul Gandhi's remarks.
Perhaps it would have been far more relevant if he had shared with the people of Bihar and the youth of Bihar what his government, the Congress party government, 10 years in the centre, had done for the people of Bihar and the other parts of the country.
By the end of the day, if the Congress had expected Nitish Kumar or Lalu Yadav to make an appearance in this press conference announcing the seat-sharing agreement between the parties, they were wrong. Only state leaders turned up, raising a few questions on just how close the coalition's leaders truly are. With Manish Kumar and camera person Manoj Kumar in Bihar's West Champaran district in Patna, this is Alok Pandey, NDTV.
All right, the gloves are well and truly off. The language used by Rahul Gandhi attacking the Prime Minister, calling him a suit-boot Prime Minister, calling him a feku, saying that a suit-boot style of governance had a complete disconnect with the reality of Bihar. Was he short of ideas in what he actually said? Did this really strike a chord with voters in Bihar? Joining us to debate this, Sambit Patra of the BJP, Dr. Ajay Kumar of the Congress party, also Pawan Verma, the Rajya Sabha MP of the JDU. Sambit, I'll let you come in first to respond to the remarks made by Rahul Gandhi, who said, and I quote, he apparently used to be a tea seller, don't know if that's true. Prime Minister Modi now only meets people wearing suit boot.
See, Rahul Gandhi has been reduced into a non-entity Indian politics. And in fact, giving so much of importance to Rahul Gandhi's speeches, I don't know as to why we are doing it. Anyways, it is fun discussing Rahul Gandhi, and that's the reason as to why most of us are doing so. Number one, let me very frankly tell you, his speeches nowadays are almost as if they are stuck records. You know, he has only a limited vocabulary, suit, boot, chai wala, then he has an array of garments. You know, every speech of his has a new inclusion of garment. Today, I believe dhoti was the addition. Suit boot, then we had chappal, we had pajamas, we had kurtas, and the dhoti added to his array of garments that he has been speaking about. I firmly and as a friendly advice, I would call upon the Congress spokesperson that enough of tailoring. Mr. Rahul Gandhi should now be serious on politics. Enough of these garment business.
Dr. Ajay Kumar, would you like to respond? What did Rahul Gandhi really have to offer people of West Champaran today, other than his views on Prime Minister Modi, what he wears, and the people that are with him, the so-called suit boot people?
Vishnu, you know, one is that the Bharatiya Janata Party, whenever Rahul Gandhi speaks, whether it's in the parliament or outside, when Mr. likes of Mr. Patra, their reaction is that it seems that Mr. Rahul Gandhi scares them a lot. And the most important part is the limited understanding of the Bharatiya Janata Party's people. They think it's a tailoring issue. It's an issue of philosophy. The suit boot is the selected few corporate raiders of the people. See, what we have been clearly, and what Mr. Gandhi has been clearly saying, have you heard the Prime Minister speak on health? Have you heard the Prime Minister speak on education? The only thing Prime Minister says is if his Arabpati friends become billionaires and multi-billionaires, some trickle-down effect will happen. They have outsourced the PDS system in Rajasthan. They have outsourced the health, and correctly so, because the myths and the RSS, BJP, you know, Gobelian propaganda. Sometimes the Prime Minister has fought. Sometimes Vishnu,
but Ajoy, let me ask you this:
crocodiles in the river.
In the absence of an effective communicator like Narendra Modi, who is without doubt one of the most effective communicators in the country, is Rahul Gandhi trying to counter the presence of Narendra Modi by questioning his style rather than the substance of what it is that the Prime Minister or the BJP has been trying to bring to Bihar? You can criticize that, but I don't understand the point of this personal attack, of calling him a feku, of this suit boot culture. It seems terribly superficial when there are so many important issues that perhaps Rahul Gandhi could have addressed.
No, but if you look at, but Vishnu, if you hear his speech carefully, what did he say? He said on the land acquisition bill, he said on the issues which touch the lives of the ordinary people. He said on agriculture. He said on health. He said on education. And if you want to, talk to the PhDs of personal attack, the Bharatiya Janata Party, including the Prime Minister, whether it is making unsavory comments on both on social media and others, they are the experts. Even Mr. Patra right now talking on tailoring itself is another example. I am just going to stick to the point. The point is, Mr. Gandhi has clearly said and exposed this government that the government is looking after the interest of only few and having the garb of looking after the general public. Look at what even Nalin Kohli said. If you look, we were the fastest growth in India. You might keep criticizing the UPA 1 and 2, but 8.5% in the old series. Look at 30 million mobiles to 800 million mobiles. Look at Manrega, highest reduction of poverty.
He says unemployment is not down, prices have not come down. He stated his opposition to the land acquisition bill. It's a fair opposition. A lot of parties disagree with the land acquisition bill. So it's not as if it's only rhetoric against the Prime Minister. There was substance also, is what the Congress party has to say.
Naturally, Congress party will say that there is more than substance in what Rahul Gandhi is speaking, because he's the only leader they are left with right now. And this is a sorry state of affairs in Congress, because they have someone like Mr. Rahul Gandhi, that the Pew survey, which came about 2 days ago, it rightly stated that most of the Congress workers also today stand behind Mr. Narendra Modi. And this is not what Bharatiya Janata Party is saying. This is a very important survey organization, the Pew organization, which is saying this, which is claiming this. It's but natural. Mr. Rahul Gandhi has the superficial understanding of Indian politics, and that's the reason as to why his speeches nowadays are lackluster, they do not have substance, and they're repetitive. Suit boot is a word which he has clung to right from the very beginning without any means and measures. If the first Prime Minister of India, Mr. Jawaharlal Nehru, was suited and booted, if suit and boot represents the aspiration of modern India, is it wrong that suit boot should be a part of the government's policy also? And as far as land acquisition is concerned, land grabbers should not speak about land acquisition. The recent case, National Herald case, is open today. We know about how 50 lakh rupees was converted to 5,000 crores. In Amethi, just a second, in Amethi, he had grabbed the land of the poor farmers. He had to return them back because he was forced by the law. So naturally, Rahul Gandhi is being exposed.
Let's not try and personalize this beyond the point. Ajay,
Vishnu, Gobelian propaganda, the land which was acquired in Amethi was auctioned by the court. The Pew research also says that Rahul Gandhi, 75% of the people are favorable opinion of Narendra Modi, 68% are favorable to Mr. Rahul Gandhi, and 58% to Mrs. Sonia Gandhi.
But Dr. Kumar, let me ask you this.
This kind of propaganda.
Dr. Ajay Kumar, let me ask you this.
I just want to clarify the RSS BJP. No, one sec, Vishnu. The RSS BJP's ability to have disinformation is remarkable. Pew research is a good example. 3/4 people in Narendra Modi, 68% with Rahul Gandhi. Favorable opinion. So they will only pick up what they want. The Amethi issue is an auction by the court. So you have to understand they will change history, they will rewrite history, they will change names, they will do namakaran, repackaging, and that's all
what this necessarily has to do with the voter in Bihar, I'm unclear about. But Dr. Ajay Kumar, let me ask you this. Neither the JDU or the RJD had their top leaders, neither Nitish or Lalu were there in Rahul Gandhi's first public speech of this size in Bihar in these elections. Isn't that some sort of a setback for him?
Vishnu, this is I think if you saw the whole thing, we were aware that Mr. Lalu Prasad had earlier said he is busy and the final seats were declared today. Same thing with Nitish ji, because the first phase of the election, the seats and the candidates were being declared. Nitish ji went and met Mr. Rahul Gandhi when he came to Patna before he took the flight to Champaran. So the fact is that everybody is on board. If you're going to look at, looking at reasons to find dissonance, I think we are, trying to.
No, but aren't there reasons? For example, it's very well known that Rahul Gandhi had problems with the ordinance that the UPA government was trying to get cleared in September 2013, September 2014, I believe, something which would have targeted Lalu Prasad Yadav, who was convicted in the fodder scam at this stage, and therefore the equation between Lalu Yadav and Rahul Gandhi is something which a lot of people say is just not what it was at some stage. Is that a reason why Lalu was not present today?
No, first of all, Vishnu, when Mr. Gandhi on the ordinance, I think it was a very appropriate stand. Decriminalization of politics, it was not targeted against any single individual. And the fact is that we are in alliance. I mean, what more can you have closeness of working when you're in alliance with the JDU and RJD and the Congress in this alliance in Bihar, than anything else coming on stage, not coming on stage are very secondary issues. You'll see Congress President, senior Congress leaders.
Even with the press conference at the end of the day, when the seat sharing was announced, none of the three leaders were together. Okay, be that as it may, I'm joined at this stage by Pavan Verma, Rajya Sabha MP of the JDU. Mr. Verma, how does it help the cause of your alliance when Rahul Gandhi launches on to an attack on Narendra Modi using the same rhetoric, the same suit boot language that he's used over and over again, the same feku comments which we've heard so many times? Does the voter in Bihar not have the right to expect something far more substantial?
Well, I don't know how you define substantial, Vishnu. First of all, I'm sorry my audio got disconnected.
Yes, I'm sorry for that. Go ahead.
But just when it got disconnected, I heard a statement from my friend Samvit Patra that Rahul Gandhi is irrelevant in politics. I believe such statements show a kind of arrogance which is entirely undemocratic, apart from being unrealistic and unbecoming of political parties of the stature of the BJP. Secondly, I don't believe what Mr. Rahul Gandhi said has become in any way less relevant to the politics of Bihar, and I'll give you one or two reasons why.
Okay.
First of all, Bihar, for all the remarkable progress it's made over the last 10 years, is still one of the poorest states in the country. Therefore, for Bihar, economic development has little meaning unless you have growth with social justice. In other words, a model of economic growth where the benefits of economic development reach the poorest of the poor, the deprived, the marginalized, the relatively oppressed, and those who have not yet fully entered the mainstream of enjoying the benefits of economic development. So when Mr. Rahul Gandhi made the attack that Mr. Narendra Modi's Sarkar is an elitist government which cares for perhaps economic growth and GDP figures, even though they are not showing actually on the radar screen, but does not care enough for the poor and the marginalized, the farmer, the laborer, even the middle class, he is reaching out to the Bihari people and telling them, if you put faith in this government and this leader and this party,
on what basis
you will find that you are facing
on what basis can the Congress party
promises,
argue that this
not
government is not trying to reach out to the poorest of the poor? Which government or which political party in India can afford to do that?
So, are you asking me this question?
Yes, Mr. Verma.
You are asking me which government cannot. I'll tell you. I'll answer it in 40 seconds. Please allow me that time. See, I'll tell you, this is not a matter only of political differences. I'll give you the example of a state which the BJP touts very often, which is that of Gujarat. Now, Gujarat has always been a developed state, Vishnu. But today, the reality of Gujarat is that in spite of its relative development and 10 years of growth, 1/3 of the people of Gujarat are below the poverty line. Roughly 50% of the children in Gujarat between the ages of 1 to 5 suffer from malnutrition.